Adieu. Greetings. Preachings. Time for luminous teachings. Ooh. Really? Yes, really. How are you guys doing today? Me, I'm doing a-okay actually. It was a pretty interesting day. And I wanted to speak about that too because yesterday, because I was just babbling on, I didn't exactly get to speak about like how I initially felt when I woke up yesterday because it was like Easter wasn't Eastering, like it wasn't chicken, it wasn't freaking chocolating, it just wasn't like, and I don't know about you guys if you really felt like that from the pandemic came through 4-4. 144 chosen ones know what it exactly is like. Like Easter before, and I know I'm talking about before, and I don't really like to live in the past, however, but we heal from the past, right? We do heal from the past by not reliving the same past, so that the new things that we're creating will last. So either way, I noticed that yesterday I woke up every morning for that most. Is that the word I was looking for? No, every for that. Either way. And I know I'm not the only one because my girls' friends have been talking to me about it, even their parents and everything have been talking about this whole speech impediment, this whole stuttering, this whole mixing and jabbering up things. And the only thing that I can say is it's happening in the equal ozone layer. I've never heard of equal ozone layer. So it is safe to say that it's happening everywhere and equally to everybody. So we might just be experiencing it in different ways. I feel like the energy waves are changing. And I even feel like not even only that, like our vibration is changing. Like I'm even noticing like my children are a lot more wiser and a lot more ascended, like a lot more, less pretentious or whatever the case is. And I have to look up that word because it just came up in my head and I guess I could look it up after. Okay. But let's transmute some of this negative energy to positive energy with my luminous light. Luminosity 7-7. Yes, my dear. 7-7, 7-11. 11-11. Gates of heaven. Did you guys hear that? Are you guys like literally hearing like? Remember how I always keep talking about the message, listen to the water rolling down the river. And the way I resonate to it is listen to nature. It is literally speaking to you. And nature is very loud, boo. So it's like, it's freaking 2:46. Like where the fuck are you flying, first of all? like, like I'm not saying, oh, all earth habitat, and nature just, is very silent at certain times. I'm not saying that. However, it is fucking 2:46, and y'all let me know. Like, besides seeing snow geese and shit like that, like, bruh, are you hearing these? Do you hear them howling on the blue corn moon? Oh, rest the grinning bobcat, why he grins. Can you sing with all the voices of the mountain? Can you paint with all the colors of the wind? Pocahontas. Okay, so a lot of you guys may be native aboriginals in the house. You know what I'm saying? A lot of you are going back to your Akashic records. A lot of you guys are working on your inner shamanic healing, meaning you have shamanic abilities. Like a lot of your... Oh, this smells fucking yum. Oh, fuck. What kind of incense was this one? Fuck. I'm pretty sure that these kids already finished it, but what the fuck? Namaste. Namaste. Sorry. This isn't hem and haw. I heard somebody saying it's not hem. It's, I don't know, but I was thinking Nag Champa. Nag Champa is the next one. Either way, let me just, hold on, guys. Hold on. Let's see here. We're going to just put her in here. It's just crazy. I don't know if you guys are going through this, but maybe a lot of things may be falling apart or coming together for you. Like, my Buddha head back there, like, she just dropped off, and I'm, like, so sad. I'm like, oh, fuck, I'm going to have to go back to Walmart. It's been so many years. As a matter of fact, there's got to be a significance behind that, because the children fucking broke my Buddha. God's definitely coming back. I heard God's coming back for sure. God's coming back, and he has certain ways of making himself present. For like, one thing could be people dropping out of your life. When you're saying people dropping, like, I'm not talking about, okay, now I'm hearing dropping like flies. So people dropping out of your lives, and not only dropping out of your lives, but people's lives dropping like flies. I mean, let's see, be like, Aunt Edna, or I'm sorry, wait, not meant to say that name. I meant to say Aunt Norma is capping out, or whatever the case is tapped out, and oh, it was so sad, but did they really have a beautiful personality? Were they very loving? Were they very kind? Were they very true to God? Were they good to you? You know what I mean? A lot of things. Like, I was talking to my brethren today, and I was like, yo, we be the keepers of the garden of the gate. And I'm literally seeing the energy oracle cards, and I'm literally seeing, like, the garden of the gate, the coy little girl just like, in front of the gate, like, you know what? Does anybody remember Mad TV or whatever? Miss Swan? So either way, literally, you know what? No, you can't get past the garden of the gate. And it's literally like, you guys really need to, or I feel like it's just pertinent. I hate when people are like, you really need to. No. You do what the fuck you want to do. You know, you do whatever your energy brings you to. You know what I'm saying? Just like everybody else does. Like, why would you do that? Like, but why would you do, or how would you, why does it ever even bother you the way another person does what they do? Why does it affect you unless you're really not even satisfied with the inner you? Because that's what it actually comes down to. You know you're fully healed, which I'm not fully healed yet. I'm still working on it. I'm like, holy fucking, how many layers are there to this motherfucking onion to unfucking unveil? Like, what the heavens? It's like, I get to one point, I'm like, okay, I got over that pivotal moment. Okay, that person's gone. That ex is gone. Okay, I've been celibate for how many years? Okay, we're doing this. And that. Whoa, what the fuck? And just because certain things are sent to you, like, I would like you guys to recognize it is pertinent that we recognize that just because you are not your hair. I am not my hair. We always bring this up. I'm not my skin. Right? Hail up Indiari. All right? But literally, you are not your situation. Okay? And this situation was not made to last and will pass. So kiss my ass. I'm very fast. Either way. We're making up and adding more. I'm hearing nuendos. What is a nuendo? Is a nuendo the beginning or the endo? A nuendo of a movie or something. But either way, like, you are the nuendo. So you are like you're thinking of like the gravy. You're thinking like the potatoes and the beef in the soup. Okay, maybe you're fucking vegetarian or vegan. The dumpling. All right, you know what I mean? Like, you do what it do is what I'm basically talking about. Okay, so there were so many things I wanted to talk about, and then, like, right now God has me on the vibration of love, joy, honor. You know what I mean? Like, if you have been in my life from before and up until now, I am grateful and I'm highly appreciative of you. Thank you for putting up with my shit and me putting up with yours too. Because that's literally what it is. It's like people are literally tolerating, or you're being tolerable. You are allowing that being. Do you know what I mean? Like, or whatever the case is. You teach others how to treat you. So even certain beings, if somebody keeps offending, then now you got yourself a repeated offender type of thing, right? And we're not about that. We're not in that. Party man friend, me not keep. We're not about that. We not promote that. Maybe you're Jamaican or from the Caribbeans. Hello. Either way, the West Indians, whatever the case is. I'm not sure. There's a lot of things, but God is speaking to you, and if you listen to the water rolling down the river, you literally listen to it. Oh my goodness, there's so much that we have to really speak about. Like, pay attention to the numbers. I know I keep talking about the synchronicities in the world and the energies and everything, but literally, okay, don't pay attention to it. It's fucking paying attention to you. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. Are you listening to what I'm telling you? Okay? You don't have to pay attention to the frequencies no matter if you don't want to anymore. They're paying attention to you. Hey, Oh, I'm sorry. I realized that you said you weren't gonna go bathe. You're sick. Get your ass in the shower. You know what I mean? Oh, I noticed that you said Karen, and then all of a sudden a fucking promo came on with someone being a Karen or something. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying, like, just an example. Like, everything. It is literally bold up in your face. Like, don't think that you're going crazy. Oh my God, I was just thinking that. I was just thinking about this person. And don't even be surprised if there is that being that literally is taking you to that frequency. And you don't even know what to do about it. You're like, okay, your mind is shifting or whatever. Because, like, that's exactly what we're here for, to balance out one another. You know what I mean? To build a new haven, halo there on earth. You know what I mean? Because somehow, like, between they're gonna bring me back to that 400 years of slavery, and going back to, like, it all started with enslaving ourselves first. You know what I mean? So, like, it started with the bullying becoming the bulliers type of thing, like the predators becoming the predators, like Stockholm syndrome. I'm saying, like, it's just like, it's like a thing over and over. And I'm not saying whatever, I'm not a fearmonger, I'm not trying to give you something to be fearmongering on or eating on, not laugh or taffy or whatever. But I know, we're just catch my drift if you want to, and if you don't, if you want to, it doesn't really matter, because I'm not here to care about what anybody feels or what judgment that you feel you're gonna post against me. Like, that is up to you, because if you're judging me, you're judging God too, because God is the only reason why I'm here, boo. Literally, okay? If I'm striving to get rich, it's not because I only know my gift, it's because I'm doing it for the richer, to be like the richness, the enriched ones from inside, to be rich. Do you know what I mean? To do all the enrichments. Like, I was talking about, where are my rings? Where are my blings? Where's my begems? You're like, what? You know how you bejewel things? I thought that I would begem. Where is it? If I left it upstairs, I'm gonna have to put this on pause, guys. Like, I swear. Homie, don't play that shit. What am I, a fucking Easter bunny? Gosh darn it. You guys are gonna give me a second. 1 second, because I need my begems. Okay? I need my friends. Okay, guys, and here we are with my begems. So either way, I had to go and look around for my begems, and it's like literally listening to your mind, because it's like, it told me, it's on the fridge. I'm like, why would it be on the fridge? And I'm looking around, and then I'm like, my mind's telling my mind. Like, it's kind of like, okay, the left side of the mind is like the more meticulous. Like, you think of like the left being like the male, and then you think of like the right side being like the female type of thing. So like the more nurturing, the more creative, the artsy or whatever. Not saying that male can't be like that either, but literally left brain, it's more methodical, strategical, analytical mind. I'm hearing, I believe I'm right, I'll look into or whatever, and I'm hearing the cortex mind. And what was my point of talking about the mind? Oh yeah, so a part of my mind is telling me, yeah, that's exactly what it is. Oh my gosh, I figured it out. Well, I'm always fucking in cahoots with myself. It's my left brain and my right brain freaking literally fighting against one another. Literally. And no, I'm not talking about voices, motherfuckers. Okay? I know the difference. Discernment. So either way, yeah, it's literally like, so like, the left brain would be like, okay, so the right brain would be like, okay, the left brain already told me this is where it is, and why wouldn't it be there if you were sweeping in there and you were doing this and da-da-da-da, then you would have took it off, da-da-da-da. And then my right side of my brain is like, yeah, but remember, you were just chilling in there and da-da-da-da, or whatever the case is, and being all da-da-da. And it's like, well, listen, motherfucker. Or either way, not literally, but I'm just saying. It literally was where my analytical mind was telling me. Like, it makes sense that it's here. It doesn't make sense that it would be here, but I'm going to listen to. It's kind of like, yeah, like that friend that you have no business listening to, but you just love their company. Kind of sound like some bullshit or toxic relationships that you may have been entertaining. I know exactly what that is. And let me tell you something. When you are entertaining bullshit, then God sends that type of bullshit for you to entertain. It's kind of like the peasants aren't going to please, like the when does the emperor or empress ever entertain the fucking peasants? Never. That's when. Okay? So if you're going to sit there and entertain the help, that's just stupid. And I'm not talking about your friends, I'm not talking about your family, I'm not talking about your loved ones, okay? Because they are not the help, okay? They're a family. Literally, because you guys don't even recognize that. One thing I recognize is the more I work on myself, the more I'm working on my children, the more I'm working on everybody who is attached to me. And I don't know, hi, my name, I go by a lot of names, you know what I'm saying? But one thing is, after so many years, people put respect on my motherfucking name. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't matter who doesn't, because they aren't the ones to blame of where, you know, my spiritual rank is in fame. Because that's the way I feel. I just feel like, anyways, we're going to talk about it in a minute. So I'm going to go back to my B-Gems. Bejeweled. B-Gems. Okay? These are your best friend. Like, you may have a lot of people, and I feel like I need to speak on this. Like, you may have a lot of people that are going through their own journey. All of us are on our own journey, and it is up to us to walk down that path, right? All of us have our own light work and our specific design and designated for our spiritual being. Did anybody take in that? You know what I mean? That it may be beyond other beings' status of understanding. Because what we're really looking for anyways, or what we really need, not look, because we've got exactly what we need. Everything that we feel we need, we're already incorporated. Alright? It's already engraved. It's already stamped within your birthright. And it is our right to live in the present of what we were gifted. If that made any sense, so to speak. And it was at 1711, right? So I said all that to say, like, a lot of people may not understand your spiritual journey, and that's fine, because it is not for them to know. You know, if in fact, like, I found, like, remember when I was talking about me being emotional and always feeling like, oh, you know, but it wasn't a matter of, like, notice the difference between feeling and acting out of emotions. You know what I mean? Because you could tell if you're acting out of element, because, you know, like, it's just like, I don't know about you guys, but anytime I even try to hit the bare minimum of it, like my throat feels tense, like everything, it's like holier than thou. It's like God literally restricting me, which conflicts me, you know, from doing things. Not conflicts me, but it literally, it guides me into the, you know, the steps, and taking the steps that I need to, you know, to fully and wholeheartedly heal. If that made any sense to you, right? But my thing is just, everybody has their own unique gift. So it isn't up to us to question it. Because if you're questioning it, then you're questioning our creator, right? And make no mistake, nope, he doesn't. He really doesn't. He really doesn't, right? So just remember that everybody has their own certain things. Like, what is good for you may not be necessarily good for the other person, and what is not good for them may not be good for you. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's like we all have what we're able to take, you know, what we're able to endure, what we're able to embrace, right? So there's that. There was a few things. So I'm hearing the devil is working high time, and literally is really working on that climb. You know, we keep talking about it's the climb with Miley Cyrus, Hail Up Miley Cyrus, but it literally is the climb. It is a climb. It's like you will recognize once you get to the top, or if you're even on your way to the top, or whatever the case is, like just your life, like you're always questioning, who am I? Where am I? Who is that girl I see staring straight back at me? When will my reflection show it Mulan. So I've been channeling Mulan. I've been channeling Pocahontas. So it's just crazy, right? So you live like a fairy tale. It's kind of like your life is like a folklore, and I know I can definitely resonate to that. I definitely can resonate to it. It's like it doesn't feel real. Having said that, does anybody feel that energy of like you are getting sleepy? You know what I mean? And it is very important no matter how you feel. Like I keep explaining to us in the few couple of messages and channels that you pay attention to your energy levels. Okay? Pay attention to your energy levels because you don't want to push yourself farther than your capacity could take. You know what I mean? And you wouldn't even think to go close to it if you would literally like pay attention while you're awake. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, there's that. I notice like I'm hearing heartfelt emotions, like deep emotions. I also wanted to speak about something. A lot of times that you may feel like God has a lot on your heart, and especially when you're feeling like you're doing others' part. And let me explain to you what that means. You're literally transmuting negative energy. You're transmuting, like you're feeling, you're an empath. And even though we do have our due diligence to do our responsibility and our light work through the Lord, we also have our due diligence to protect our energy. You know what I mean? It is just because you are, not just because, like being a light worker, you know, being a chosen one, what is that exactly? Many of us are called, but only few of us are chosen. What does that exactly mean to be chosen? You heard God's voice from you were a child. You knew that there was something more than the world that literally was here. You always knew, despite your situation, that you truly are a gem. And you, even at your lowest of low, you were always able to be the best guide and the best friend. You know what I mean? And that's because the essence that you give off is fluorescent of God's, if that makes any, well, I don't even know why I keep saying if that makes any, everything I say makes sense, but it's just like, everything is just flowetry of the tongue. Like it's just rolling off of the tongue, right? So it's like, I've just been striving, I would say trying, because I don't know, I can't filter. Sorry, not fucking sorry. It's like just, sorry can't buy soldier Larry. You know, they have that saying in Jamaica or whatever the case is, and that's exactly what it is. They can't buy back shit, bruh. Once it's done, it's done. Once it's eaten, it's eaten. Once it's shit out, it's shit out. Once it's dished out, it's dished out. What you talking about? You know what I mean? But either way, and then I'm hearing again every mickle, meckle, muckle, and we always talk about that too. So I don't know. I'm hearing you could be fresh from the Jamaica. Maybe you're going on a vacation. Maybe you're thinking of somewhere to go. Well, maybe the Caribbean is something. Or like, I'm hearing Jamaica, Bahama, come on, pretty mama, you know, or whatever the case is. That's where we wanna go. Either way, that there's a lot of things that I actually had to disclose, and it was even from yesterday. And I feel like based on the things, like God just told me, just go with it. Like the children had my phone. I didn't really want to take it from them from before or wherever the case is. And then when I finally get in, I'm looking at it and I'm like, I didn't exactly go over this or go over that. So I'll just go over I'll just go over the main points because we've already reached like 24 minutes into this here lovely message, 2424. So balancing out the energies, literally balancing out your energies. What does that look like? Pulling yourself away from other energies that don't energize. You know what I mean? Because if one isn't refueling you, and by refueling you, I don't mean like just giving you energy or anything like that. I just mean giving you positivity. You know what I mean? But if somebody isn't refueling you, then they're taking from you, type of thing. And again, refuel could be like anything, because I don't know about you guys, but I find a lot of love light beings, like a lot of them are just so sweet and generous, and they even feel good, like it fills their void to fill others void. And the thing about that is, I know well from experience with that, is you fill others void, and then once it's filled, they forget that you fulfilled it before, and then they're constantly, Daddy, can I have some sausage or whatever? I don't know, or whatever. Can I have another cup or Great Poupon or whatever? Like, they just, maybe they're English. I know my background is either way. Um, it's just you teach others how to treat you, so be wary of that. Okay. So let's go back to it. So I wasn't feeling very festive as I wanted to be. I just have, for my own reasons, why I just didn't feel like that be. And like, actually, for a little bit either way. Anyways, for my own reasons, which is very valid. And your feelings and your emotions are valid. Maybe people aren't listening to you. Maybe you feel like you're just screaming inside, boo. Maybe whatever the case is, whatever it is, just know that God hears you. Your spirit guides hear you. And other people that care about you hear you too. You know what I mean? Don't pay attention to, well, you are my, or they were my, or you are my family, or you are my friend, or you are my spouse, or you are my loved, or what, fiance. But are they acting in that stance that they're supposed? Are they literally rising to that name? Are they really doing that, or are they taking shit for a game? You know what I mean? And I've been really paying attention to that, like the way people's like their body language, their body language, the way they say things, you know what I mean, certain things that they say, do you know what I mean, the way I feel, the way their energy, what they're giving off, because everything is energy. We always talk about energy and frequencies. We always speak about that, and I didn't say earlier, check out my song Frequency, produced by Hard on the Hard One Rhythm, produced by Cut and Clear Music Productions Inc. Okay, you caught me there. What did you think? I just got so excited. Hard One Rhythm. Either way, working on the video and whatever the case is. Having said that, everything happens in its time and nothing before it. Literally. So you may think that you aren't where you need to be, but you really are where you need to be. You are where you're supposed to be. So you feel like you want to be there, but God wants you to let you know, like, okay, for instance, I even look at times, like, even when I'm late, running late for something or something, and I just look at, I can actually look at the energy, like, in its face, in your face, camel cake, right, and be like, I see what's happening here. So I strive to, like, you can, like, literally, you are casting spells. You're spelling words as you're talking. So you're recognizing just how crazy it is that your words could be so instantaneous and things could change. Like, your existence could change. You could want something and actually make it come to fruition as long as you believe and give it faith there. Oh shit, I didn't mean to resume it, but hey, okay, I guess God was like, we're ready. Lights, camera, action. That song again. Lights, camera, action. So maybe you're a videography, maybe you're a photographer, maybe you're a model, maybe you are thinking of doing this, right? Well, this is your confirmation to do so. Okay, so I wanted to touch on a few things that I didn't get to touch on, because now is as good as time as any, because it's like, if you guys just, I remember I wanted to talk about that today. What the heavens? Oh, okay, how did I have this? I know I don't have 2 days of what I said I was going to do. No. Okay, good. I was like, what the hey, I don't know what to do if there's 2 messages here. All right, because what I'm recognizing is, like I said, everything is synchronicities, and spirit guides aren't missing a beat. They're literally talking and they're literally doing it. They're being the attestation in your life. Like literally people are seeing things happen in your life and they're like, wow, there really is a God. Like literally your truth, like I was speaking amongst my friends today, your truth is literally your testimony of your faith, that you walked down that road with God, that you utilize God, that, everything in your right, left, freaking vertebrae, every part of your body, like, you know what I mean, screams, I'm a vessel of the Lord, you know what I mean, the Most High. So either way, I feel like we've already, like, basically, we've been over, like, the majority of this. So I was talking about discerning and awareness, to be very, using your discernment, meaning, like, if somebody is sent for you, like, from the past or the future, whatever the case is, just basically, you know how people check things with their parents, think of you as a child for life, right? And this is your father, this is your parent, and that you are asking him. So just don't second guess with anybody, just go to the best, discern, and he will make you aware of whether this is or isn't so, right? And then having said that, I'm hearing watch your friends, watch your peeps, okay? So people are skin suits, okay? Like literally, like, and it just like what their body incorporates, like, you know what I mean? Like if it's a gift or is it a rift, you know what I mean? So watch your friends, watch your peeps, because you have already ascended and you're upgrading, you know what I mean? And you're being integrated, right? You're not being downgraded, right? So in order to stay up and be ascended fully and wholly, like, you have to keep your vibration up. So that would mean like being around a beautified type of energy, being around the right beings, the love, you know what I mean? Like being grateful, prayer, striving to cleanse, and spiritual baths, like just cleansing yourself, like, you know what I mean? I'm giving thanks and praises, either way. So there is that. Who do you trust, right? So pay attentioning. Oh my God. I'm telling you about these words. So either way, paying attention to who you actually trust, right? Like, okay, what's the difference between me and you? Exactly. Can you tell the difference between, can they tell the difference? Like, you could tell the difference between others. Like, you can literally see without even skipping a beat. Like, your spirit guides are on point. Hey, devil. Hey, Jezebel. Hey, succubus. Hey, incubus. You know what I mean? Hey, you know what I mean? Hey, robot. You know what I mean? Hey, reptile. Like whatever the case is. Like, hey, you know. Warning. Where's my next? Here we go. You know what I mean? So either way. Speaking of which, you might be seeing, 711 1001 911. That has been 222, right, 444. Either way. 3003. So either way. It has been like, what is the difference between me and you? Do you really know? Do you know the difference? Like, do you really hold yourself on that, I don't want to say, on that level that everybody sees you? Like, do you see yourself? I'm hearing see me through your eyes. Do you see yourself as the love light, and the divine light that you are? Like God sees you, like others see you. Do you see you for who you truly are, boo? Right? So who do you trust? Paying attention to the spiritual laws. We were talking about that too, okay? Like, like having a different way of looking at things, you know what I mean? Like paying attention to even the changes in your life that you've been making, paying attention to the changes in the way your attitude and your personality has been changing, like even your body. Like, I'm not that was confirmation. Like, I'm not sure about you guys, but I'm really loving my body right now, bro. God be like making me over, like, bro, it's just crazy how much joy you could feel with just feeling one with God. I feel like, you know, if you're anything, or if you can like relate to what I'm feeling or been feeling my whole entire life, I've always felt so happy inside, and everybody's just like, what can I do to burst your bubble? What can I do to make you upset? What can I do to piss in your cornflakes? What the fuck? And they go to some crazy lengths, and make no mistakes, baby. Make no mistakes. You are high in spiritual rank. And that was at 3533. Right? 333. 5 in the middle for changes. Right? So either way, it's like people, you don't understand like your power, right? And I know some certain times I don't either. And it's not even a matter of you don't respond or recognize your power. It's a matter of you always push yourself past that barrier. You always push yourself hard. So, I mean, it is nothing to you. Like, so when certain things start, like, I didn't even recognize, for instance, like me, I didn't recognize it was only last year. Like, my children had to tell me how many times, like, a couple of hours ago that, yeah, mom, yeah, well, not a couple of hours ago, but earlier, like, yeah, you did get interviewed by CBC. You did go to Montreal. You did open in Ottawa this year. And I'm like, really? I did last year. And I'm like, last year? I'm like, you sure it wasn't? Because I thought that, I feel like I haven't done anything for a year, just to show you how hard I go when it comes to my music. But it's just like, because it's not like it was a challenge. It's a challenge to pay attention to what you're working on when there's so much tension that you are working away from. Do you know what I mean? You're working on closing cycles. You're working on paying your karmic debt. And even if you already did, then you're like, fucking like, why the hell am I still upset? Like, why is this bothering me? Why is this affecting me? Like, why does this shit rub me the wrong way? Why do I feel emotional? Why do I feel sad? Why do I feel bad? Why do I feel glad? You know, like why? Like literally, you pay attention to exactly what you're really feeling. And God just keeps revealing. God just keeps revealing. Oh, now I'm going to show you what that bitch was about. It doesn't really say that or whatever, but literally, that's how it's been. Now I'm going to show you what you deserve. Now I'm going to, you know what I mean? And like, my thing is never doubting the Most High. I'm literally hearing that too. Never doubting the Most High. Like, your spirit guides are reaching out to you. They're loving on you. They like, you're a butterfly, boo. You know what I mean? Like, they're talking. And spirit's walking. You know, I'm seeing Jesus walking on water. Jesus walks. Hello, Kanye West. Either way. Pay attention to the spiritual laws around you, because there's a lot. And it's making you be more aware. So if you've seen numbers before or whatever, like, just count on seeing them some more. Right? Upgrading, I'm hearing etherically. So we think of like your solar plexus chakra, and you think of like, okay, you think of like the umbilical cord. That is like the umbilical cord when a mother is carrying and with child, is the way the baby is a part of that mother. It makes them both one entity. But once the umbilical cord is cut, per se, the mother is an entity now, a single entity, and the baby is a single entity, right? So I said all that to say the same thing with your solar plexus chakra. If you don't cut certain beings off, if you don't block certain numbers or get that number out your phone, or those pictures, even though they were nice or whatever, you're keeping that surge of energy open because you didn't fully block it off. You know what I mean? If you're holding on to certain or harnessing certain, I hate you, or you know what I mean? Like God is going to put you in certain situations to make you heal up all of those residues. And having said that, I hope I'm not eating my own damn words, because bro. Bird is the word. Like, speaking of which, could we talk about nature, bruh? swear, it's been like Cinderella and Snow White all in one, like fucking George of the Jungle, like 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 Dr. Doolittle in this bitch, like some fucking wearing the meatballs, the cloudy with a chance of meatballs, like that would be the imagination and everything, and the pigment of your imagination. It's just been mighty crazy. Either way, upgrading. So you need to cut off, like, it's your etheric cord. You know what I mean? Like, and a lot of beings could still be attached to your energy, and therefore they still profit off of you, off of your energy, because that surge is still open from your etheric cords that wasn't cut properly. Either way, trust me, I go through that too. I'm hearing, okay, so there was fine tune with nature, like we always talk about, or fine tuning within self, but they put fine/ding. So fine ding tune with nature. So not only fine tuning into nature, but finding the tune with nature, like we were talking about. So this is all like literally adding up to what we were talking about before. This is pretty cool. I love the way God does this. I love when he does this. I love it. Speaking of which, God is pulling you more towards him and farther away from friends. I was speaking to my friend about that the other day, because it's like people may misinterpret the way our emotions are going, like when we draw away or we pull away from somebody and people are looking at it like strive not to look at it as I really need that person and they're drawing away or whatever the case is. Like, look at what God's trying to show you. You know, maybe that person is going through something and they don't know how to express it. Maybe that person is on hermit mode and they need to heal. Maybe you may be too much for a person, because I've thought about that too. Like, I could be too much for people, you know what I mean? And maybe people need to draw away from me sometimes, you know what I mean? I mean, like I'm not the end all be all, you know, like either way. So God is pulling you more towards him and farther away from your friends, and that way he can harness you, right, to hold you and mold you into your position so that you're able to listen, so that he can bring you through to divine fruition. Speaking of which, go check out my song Fruition, also produced by Cut and Clear Music Productions Inc. on the Ripe Mango Rhythm. Fruition on all major platforms, and you can also look up that video with me DJ Kimmix, and produced by Start a Real Insight Media. Either way, so having said that, really just working on keeping my shit up. But the thing about it is, I guess because it finna been so freaking long that I actually been like, I mean, like, you guys make no mistakes, we still get opportunities, we still have to do this, we still have to do posts, we still have to make ourselves relevant and keep ourselves relevant, okay? Because make no mistake, like, if you don't use it, you lose it. There's a lot of people, that spot that you let go of, a lot of people wanted it and they're already there. That bitch, that man, that whatever that bitch made, I heard. Don't worry about it. Other people will go get that bitch made. Like, you know what I mean? There will be, everybody's getting dealt the cards that they gave. So is it good or is it bad? Is it a good hand or bad hand, right? Is it goldfish or is it bitch? Either way. So I'm hearing, wow, this is all, okay, him and farther away from your friends. And that's what he's been doing with me, even, because, like, even, or they keep calling Easter the Sabbath hour. So even during my beautiful divine Sabbath hour, like, I pulled away from everybody like a lovely, unique, divine flower. My friends are like, oh, what are you doing? And I'm just like, oh, let's go on a trip. Oh, let's do it. And whereas before I would be like, yeah, I was like, I really feel like being one with God for these here 3 days. You know, it's a very holy weekend, and given that the way times are going and the way beings have been turning against, you know, what they actually know, because knowledge is power, and a lot of beings are abusing that power to gain. You know what I mean? And what they're gaining isn't exactly the way we're gaining. So you're gaining spiritual finances, right? You're literally gaining that. You're gaining your spiritual inheritance. You're gaining like the way of the book. You know what I mean? You're gaining, like, you're upgrading. You know what I mean? And then you have these others who are these mundane beings with their mundane life that are okay with these little riches. I would rather make my own riches. This makes me fucking feel rich, motherfucker. Not going into Gucci store and getting Gucci. What the fuck is Gucci anyways? Who the fuck is Gucci? Does Gucci know you? Gucci don't know me either, too. So the fuck do I care, boo? At the end of the day, you make the brand don't make you. And I've always been like that. Like, who the fuck is you? Like, all of these brands, or whatever the case is. Like, we are brands, then. Let's make our own brand. Let's make our own brand, Stan. Let's make our own, you know, let's make our own rules and regulations. Our own rights. Our own stipulations. Do you know what I mean? I mean, that's what they're doing after all. If they can go changing around the fucking prices and doing all of that shit and just napping people off the road and all this garbage or whatever the case is, like, sure as heck, I can come with the truth, and I will, all the time too. You know what I mean? And I don't care. I'm made for this shit. I am fucking made. You the shit, you the shit, you the sugar, honey, iced tea. Yes, I be. Yes, I am designed to be the God essence within me. Right? And I stand in my sovereignty, and I walk within the divine embassy. You know what I mean? And I am here to call all of you to come with me. You know what I mean? I don't feel like I'm better. I don't feel like whatever. Like, bro, I could have went and got. I'm not knocking anybody for whatever, because anything that you are gaining off of, you know, financially or whatever, I'm just saying, like, if it is supposed to be for any gain or anybody else to help, not only us. Do you forget? Don't you forget? Right? Never mind. They won't find someone like you. Adele. Hail up, girl. Either way, hail up, Uman. Alright? But don't you forget where you came from. Do you know what I mean? So if you were povertish, then why, once you are in the position to help the poverty, are you going to povertize them? By scrutinizing them, by raising your price and making it like, bro, I'm not knocking anybody, but I'm not going to go the fuck out of my way to pay for any type of reading over 100, no matter what type of services you have to offer. It is from God and everything is free. I'm just saying. Having said that, everything is energy and time and energy, but you knew what you were signing up for when you signed up for this some more. You know what I'm saying? Like, whereas I want to, like, I love my music, and as much as it can heal others and everything like that, there is still just so much more. Like I'll be sick, and then after, all of a sudden, I can't make a big bracelet. And that's how do you think these gems came about? You know what I mean? Like, you live and you learn from that. You know what I mean? It's not meant to burn. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, like, guys, if we really just pay attention to our unique abilities, you know what I mean? Then we can see just how, all of the agility, we can see how agile we are. You know what I mean? Like, instead of, oh, you know, they didn't call back. Think that they're gonna call back. Think that they're gonna call back. Like, we are powerful fucking multidimensional beings. So which dimension are you living in? Pick or choose. You know what I'm saying? Like, the world is yours, is yours, is yours, is yours. I don't know. I think it's Jay-Z, Nas, or whatever the case is. But either way, the world is yours. Well, the devil technically owns the world, is what I heard. God always said that universe is based off of God's love. That's what he's literally working on. All of the chosen ones working on something from above, right? Whereas people are working on the world, the mundane things. Like I said, who the fuck is Gucci? I don't know who the fuck is Gucci. Who the fuck is Fendi? Like, all of these people are fighting to be seen when you're already seen. Fighting to be heard when you're already heard. Do you even know your worth? Do you know what I mean? Like even think of, like, fucking Jordans. Like, he specifically said, Michael Jordan specifically makes it a higher price or whatever the case is, just for his kind not to be able to, you know what I mean? And then you guys sit there and then you'd be like, oh, why would he do that? Because he's black. Because he is different than his vessel. I'm hearing, I am not my hair, I am not my skin. And I'm not literally calling him out, because I don't know what the fuck his life is about, but I'm just saying. Why would you do that? How can you forget where you came from? Like, yo, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just the way I feel anyway. So I just feel like, if anything, that's what's been hindering me. Like, well, I'm gonna make my price of my candles or whatever because I don't want to be all, you know what I mean? But having said that, I also overthink things until I just actually just end up thinking myself out of it. You know what I mean? One second, guys. This is really good. I like where this is going. Okay, so let's try and. Okay, when he chose you versus when you are chosen. What does that mean? I know. It's crazy. It was a crazy channel at the time, but the way that I foresee it is when God chooses you, he never forgets about you. You know what I mean? And you can hear him all the time, and you really don't have no time to mess up because he's always whooping your ass back into shape. Confirmation. Literally, confirmation. So when he chooses you versus when you are chosen, because you can be chosen, like I said, and you can actually lose that status by not acting in the fate of walking in the path of when God chose you. Makes more sense? I give faith in that made sense because like that I'm going with it. Okay, again, going with energy levels because, you know, we already said it, new levels bring new devils, and you want to be aware of, you know, how and what to do in these situations, certain situations. Go with it, go with the flow. Literally, you have to go with your flow in order. You have to know the flow of your life and your body, and just say yes when you need to say yes and say no when you need to say no. Having said that, letting go, letting go and letting God. If something is too much for you, then it just is too fucking much. It just is. It's too much. You know what I mean? It is out of your control. So let your soul deal with it, because your soul has done this before. You know what I mean? Like, excuse me, put it in the hands of God. You know, give all your burdens, leave all your burdens, and he will lift the weight above. Boom. Ooh, I should freaking rewind that and write that down. What did I just say? Give God all of your burdens, and he will... Don't steal it, motherfucker. Anyways, let me not say it again. They already heard me. That's okay. I was just playing. Either way, they be coming like dripping like water. Anyways, speaking of which, bring your ass to some water. And I'm not talking about only the shower or whatever the case is. Like, water, nurture your nature. I'm hearing. Okay. Speaking of which, nature speaks when you're at your highest of peaks. Exactly. When you are tapped into your God frequency, then everything, like, you got to think. God owns everything. 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 God owns everything. Right? God owns everything. I'm hearing, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son. John 3:16. But having said that, John 3:18 has been popping up a lot, so maybe some of you guys resonate with that either way. Read your books. Go and pick up your books and read your books. One of your grand ancestors, or maybe an auntie, grand auntie, I'm not sure. Either way, nature speaks when you're, like, that was a perfect, like, example of the expression of what I just said. I just heard. Either way, moving on. It's the climb. ... at. What? It's the climb met. Alright, so paying attention to the journey that it took. Like, don't pay attention to how far you have to go. You know, don't pay attention to that, because, like, you might hinder that progress by, like, you know, hemming and hawing and, like, putting out, well, I don't want to go that far, and I don't, well, I know I have to get worn, and I'm tired. Don't pay attention to that. Just do it like it do it. Be like Nike and just do it. When people be like, how you be a single parent? I be like, oh, I be just like Nike, and I just fucking do it. And as much as I would like to say I took that, my mother, who also was a single parent of 6 as well, sorry, I don't really respond to her. However, I pay respect where it's due, quotation marks. She used to say that too. And, like, having said that, like, even though we have our good, our bad, and ugly, I always have a tendency of picking up the good bee. You know what I mean? Especially because, like, if you're a teacher, then you have to be able to be taught. And having said that, that could be a lot of fucked up lessons in that, you know? But at the end of the day, it's all an experience. And This was not made to last, and this too shall pass, right? Your past was made to mold you and not hold you. And these are things that God literally told me, literally, like to help, you know, hold me. You know what I mean? So either console me, not control me, but either way. So it's that. It's the climate. So it could be, what's climate? So it could be cold, it could be hot. You know what I mean? It's the climb. So just paying attention to, not paying so much paying attention, but just being grateful and appreciative. Like, because if you don't appreciate where you are or where you started and how you begun, then how can you really pay attention to when you've won? Would you even know what that looked like? And I'm not saying that to judge you, because I'm the same way. Because, like, I have so many accolades as far as prestige goes. You know what I mean? Prestige ignites. However, as much as I appreciate and I'm grateful, the job ain't done. So I'm like even when I'm doing stuff, I don't even recognize people. Like, oh, well, how did you get that done? And how did you travel here? And how did you do this? And how did you get to this? And how are you so nice? And I'm like, I just feel like, Nike, I just do it. Just to sum it all up. Either way. So also just okay, just da 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 da. I'm very famous for the da 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 da. So don't want to text me, because I'll give you a da 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 da. Even if you're a fan, I'll give you the da 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 da. Either way. Just da 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 da. Just pay attention to you. Da 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 da. Two. Do you see how Spirit Guides swung that? Just dot 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 dot. Because you got to think about it. Just what? Justice. Yeah. Justice. Pay attention. So I'm hearing Ma'at, like Egyptian times or whatever, ancient Kemet times, ancient Egypt times, Kemet, right? I'm hearing Kemetic arts or whatnot. Maybe you are literally diving into your Akashic records and you're recognizing that, like we were talking about earlier, some of you guys could be shamans and be working on shamanic healing. Having said that, a lot of you guys are noticing a lot of your gifts, your new gifts and your new upgrades, right? They're pretty cool, aren't they? Aren't they, babe? So either way. They said you're welcome. Either way. Everything will da 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 and is destined to fall in its place. Like we already went over that. Everything in its time and nothing before. We already spoke about that. You may not feel like you're right where you want to be, but you're right where you need to be, and and if you don't feel like you're right where you need to be, however, you're right where you're supposed to. See the way. And then next thing I'm hearing is I am a different kind of revenue, and that's actually from my song as well. And it just came up while this is called Get More Information. So maybe I'm hearing excavation of truth. So digging like in the closet. I'm hearing she's back in the closet. No, don't go in the closet. Get out the closet. You know, you're out. The world wants to see you. You are meant to be seen and be heard. You know what I mean? So be like a bird. Does a bird think like, oh, you told me to stop tweeting. I'm going to stop tweeting. You told me to stop cawing. And you told me to stop how? They don't give a fuck. They're going to do exactly what the fuck they're supposed to. And having said that, a lot of these animals are sent as ancestors. But having said that, discernment, because it could also be third-party energies, you know, like monitoring spirits, like beings like that can't be around you, so they send certain robotic type of. Either way, we'll get into that another day, right? We can't, because my tummy's starting to hurt me about that shit, eh? So I'm hearing you're unstoppable today. So I'm hearing, don't stop believing. Don't stop achieving. Making it up. You can always count on me to do that. Shish kebabs. Either way. So you're a different kind of revenue. You're unstoppable. Unstoppable today. So every day is a new motherfucking day. Like, remember when I was channeling tomorrow. But then we went deeper in it. Tomorrow. Fuck. I may give a fuck today. I won't give a fuck tomorrow. Oh, because I ain't got no time for that sorrow. You know what I mean? Like, we're going to be humans. We're going to feel, because that's what emotions literally are there for. It's for us to reveal. It's like a cut. Like, we were talking about this before as well. You put the bandage on, it needs to heal. You take it off, it's still scars or, bruise or whatever the case is, you know what I mean? But it's there. It's not there for you to go, oh, you know what, that was a fucked up time when that bitch threw that shit. No, that's not what it's there. It's just there to make you cautiously aware that, yeah, maybe I won't do that again, huh? Or some shit, like, just looking at things differently anyways. And the more, we spoke about this, when you know better, you do better. And then, to sum it all up, something popped up on my line and it says TV CCB. So maybe you're gonna be on CBC TV news. Like, I ain't even know. And I'm not talking on no bullshit, because we're done with that fucking views, literally. And I've already been on it myself like 3 times this year, so I can resonate to this message. Either way, get more information. Pay attention to your lovely journal. You guys could start journaling. Paying attention to your dreams, having said that, and writing them down, because everything is unveiling itself. All right, and it is revealing your beautiful spiritual wealth. Love you guys.